Welcome, everybody, to the Overland Show. So, in this episode, we're going to talk about a very special FJ Cruiser. So, if you're looking to build your rig and an adventure rig, this is the episode for you. But we will get to that in a bit. So, if this is your first time to join us, I am Joel Pedro, and I am the Chief Adventure Officer of Overland Kings. We specialize in bespoke overland vehicles. Basically, we outfit vehicles for your lifestyle. Yes! I love the new sound system today that we have, sound effects. So it's a really fun one. So stay tuned. Today we talk about FJ Cruisers. Coming up in a bit. If it's your first time joining us, welcome. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for tuning in. So how are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, doing well. How is the MECQ going for you? If you're in Manila, then you're stuck. But if you're not in Manila, then great for you. You're probably in GCQ. What's the outlook? I don't know. So, let us know. How are you feeling? Are you at home chilling or are you at work working? Or outside working? Wait, that didn't make sense. Are you outside working or at home chilling? So let us know in the comment box. So if this is your first time tuning, this is the Overland Show. It's the first outdoor adventure show in the Philippines. It's live on YouTube and Facebook. And in this show, we talk about anything under the sun, about vehicle builds, adventure travels, cars, builds, gear review, and basically whatever you want us to talk about. So yeah, just let us know what you want us to talk about and we'll be happy to do it. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to follow us and like us on Facebook and subscribe and like on our YouTube channel at Overland Kings. So without further ado, let me introduce to you my partner in crime, as usual, a fellow Overlander, a brother in Christ. Let's welcome Mr. Jake Soriano. Where are you, bro?
What's up, guys? That's nice to be here. Another Tuesday night.
That's a long intro. Okay. If you like that intro, guys, give it. That was a full rehearsal, bro.
That was pretty good, huh? It seems like you really practiced. For once.
For once. If you like that intro, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah. I'm so excited for today's show. We have a FJ Cruiser that we're going to be touring, right?
Yeah, no, what are we talking about tonight? An FJ Cruiser?
An FJ Cruiser. Have you ever heard of an FJ Cruiser, Joel?
Yeah, I guess a lot of guys have heard of FJ Cruisers.
What does FJ stand for?
Fun Jeep. Oh no.
No, it's not a fun Jeep. How can it be a fun Jeep? Kalaban yan. But do you know what it stands for? Do you know what it really stands for?
Enlighten me.
Maybe I'll tell you after the show. Let me also try to figure out what it stands for.
that caught me off guard, bro.
You're not prepared,
I'm not prepared on what FJ stands for. Tuloy, naging fun Jeep.
Wait, hold on. Give me a second. I have technical difficulties. But I'm here. Keep going.
Yeah. Well, the FJ Cruiser, for the guys out there, is a spiritual successor, as they call it. It's the spiritual successor of the FJ40. So the FJ Cruiser was introduced in 2003 actually not in the Philippines, in the North American International Auto Show. And it actually started as a concept car with Toyota having no plans. Well, you can validate this. Toyota having no plans of actually building the car. But to make the long story short, the acceptance was so overwhelming, they decided to build it. And it was a record because they only built it in 3 years. 3 years.
3 years?
Usually 3 years. Yeah, from concept. Usually, when cars are built, it takes usually an average 5 to 7 years to go from concept to fruition. But in this particular case, Toyota made an exception, and I can't pronounce the Japanese guy's name, but basically in 3 years. And for the Philippine market, the FJ Cruiser only started in 2014. So that's just 6 years old. The FJ, but needless to say, in the past 6 years, we can say that it's one of the most sought after 4x4 rigs in the industry, because for me, I think it's one of the most comfortable, and it's one of the most capable, and it's also one of the most durable off-road. So
I agree.
that is
Can
go ahead, bro.
Not just all of those things, but it's also macho. It's a macho car. I love how it looks. Yeah, you can say all those things about it. It's really it performs well and all of that, but to me, it also looks the part, right?
And one thing with FJs, no, aside from the look, speaking of looks, pala, there's just a ton. Like when I say a ton, there's a ton of aftermarket parts out there. Like we have the TRD editions, right? Trail Team edition, JDM style, USDM style, big racks. Don't forget the Overland style.
It's endless.
And it's what?
It's endless. You can customize it to however you want it to look like.
That's right. I've been researching about the car for quite a bit, and there are guys who use it as mud monsters, just like a permanent toy. And it's actually in the Philippines, they actually see FJs in the RFC. You know what? Have you heard of the RFC, bro? Rainforest Challenge. That's one of the toughest races in the world. And
where do they hold that?
Sorry?
Where do they hold it?
You know what? With the COVID, I don't know when they're gonna hold it, but I know it's a yearly thing. And I think in the Philippine leg, I've seen a FJ Cruiser competing with the smaller cars and Jeep all stripped down. So it just says a lot about the off-road credentials of that car.
Yeah, super flexible. But tonight, what kind of FJ are we gonna be touring?
Tonight, so that you won't get tired of me and Jake, we've decided to ask someone else to explain the FJ. Yay!
It's not just us tonight, right?
Yeah. So, Jake, what do you say? Let's get our rig tour started.
Sure. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So our guest tonight is the managing director of Saved Radio, an online radio station, a fellow car enthusiast, and also a brother in Christ. Let's all welcome Stan Koy.
What's that?
Hey,
welcome
to the show.
Guys. Nice to have you here.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Jake,
It's an honor
your show.
to be here. Yeah.
You know. Nice hat, by the way.
Yeah. I like the hat. How about my shirt? You like my shirt?
Yeah, nice shirt.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hindi naman tayo masyado halata, no? Yeah.
Hindi naman. Sakto lang.
Hey, before we start, dami pala nag-comments, hindi ko napansin. So, quick shout out.
Yeah,
Who's
definitely.
tonight? Go for it, Jake.
I'm actually not there yet. Why don't you go for it, Joel?
All right. Brian, hi Brian from Frontrunner. Welcome to the show. Sir Anton, chilling na po, sir. All right. I'm glad you're chilled out. Thank you for joining us. Justin, Will, paraffol lang FJ, patay.
Ay, nako. Ibang kwento na yan.
Ibang kwento yun, Brad. Next time, pag dumami na to. Sir Torpedo-san, yan. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Sir Restan. What's up, Ryan? Thanks for joining us again. So, yeah. Okay.
Let's go straight into it, Joel. So,
Right.
where do we start? How
Up
do
to you, bro.
start?
Stan, where do you want to start?
You guys.
Stan, ganito. I'll throw you the first question.
Yeah.
I'll throw you the first question. When did you fall in love with the FJ? Or how did you get started? How did you choose your vehicle? Sa dami ng rig, right? Pwedeng all the pickups in the world. How did you get started with an FJ? Yeah, maybe yan yung magandang kwento.
Well, I first started by looking to cruisers talaga. Like, I've been eyeing Prado, ganon. But not the brand new ones, kasi expensive. Pero,
Okay.
like, basta dapat Toyota. I'm looking on the Hilux, ganon. And then,
Yep.
the first time I I saw the FJ Cruiser was during the time na gray market pa siya. Do you remember that? May lumabas na gray
2000
market.
and, 2007.
Yeah, yun. And then a brother of ours has si Sam. Sam has one.
Yep.
And then so ever since I was really
that FJ. Nadali ka rin ng FJ na yun, bro.
So
lahat tayo nadali ng FJ na yun.
I even wrote that FJ. I know that FJ.
Sort of a Bronco na Japanese version. Alam mo yan?
Okay.
So it's really nice. And then two-door lang. And it's big. Inside it's big. Kasi I'm 6'1". Okay. I'm 200 plus pounds. I won't say the exact. Pero it's really comfortable inside. Sobrang comfortable. So
okay, this is not Stan's FJ. Yeah. This is the fake FJ. Sige, Stan, go ahead.
Paparaffle mo, di ba, Joel?
Hindi.
Yeah, this is the one. Tayo. Tonight,
yeah. Pag 1 million views tayo, sige. Yeah, go ahead.
So that's where I fall in love sa FJ. But again, that was gray market pa. So I didn't know na it will come also in our local dealership. Kaya yun. And when the time comes na available siya locally, so parang no-brainer, di ba? Parang wow.
Did you buy your FJ brand new?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Okay. Wait, lagay na natin yung totoo. Oh, yan na.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mr. Rims.
You don't have those rims anymore, Stan?
No, I don't have that. It's black now.
So same rims, just painted black?
No. Different rims, different size. It's 17s now, but of course black rhino. So
I
forgot lang what's the design. I mean, what's the rims called?
Joel can say.
Don't test me, bro. Baka bumagsak ako kay Black Rhino.
Why the switch? Why the switch to those rims from the old ones?
Well, I want to try kasi ever since I put siguro nakatatlong 20-inch rims ako sa FJ.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I want to try.
Ito yung rim selection ni Stan.
That's it. Yeah.
Nice.
So
clean.
Okay, you know what? Before we head into the later we'll go through it, no? So why don't you talk us through, you said, so Stan, you like the Bronco feel. So you mean the FJ started in your head as a Bronco?
No, of course not. Pero I want the boxy type. I want the boxy type feel.
Yun, boxy frame, no?
Boxy
Stan,
frame.
when you considered the FJ, how many people were you planning to take along?
Just my wife.
So, no, kasi it's important to consider that. Kasi, okay, for the viewers out there, this is an important part when you're considering an FJ, because FJ it's not the biggest car, right? How is the space inside, Stan?
Sorry,
how's the space?
Well, if I'm the one driving, definitely there's no one can sit at my back anymore. And then probably comfortably 3, including driver.
Right.
3 passengers.
What I like what Stan says, no? It's a comfortable 3-seater. At most for me actually, comfortable 2-seater lang ang FJ. Especially for
you end up also using the back seat for storage, right? Most of the time.
So I think if you're planning to get an FJ, this is one consideration you ask. How many people do you want to sit? If you want to sit, kasi technically it has 5 seats, but with the space in the back later, we'll see, no? It's actually quite limited on the space. So if you're considering FJ Cruiser, that's one of the consideration. If it's for an overland toy or an off-road toy, 2 seats, the best. If you're doing more than 2 people, there are other options out there. So yeah. Jake, why don't you take the next questions?
Okay. In terms of the FJ, Stan, what were you mentioned a while ago? What were some of the other cars you were considering?
Other size of tires?
No, other cars, other rigs you were considering.
Prado, Land Cruiser Prado, and then Hilux, Toyota Hilux.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wanted something na Land Cruiser na heritage. So
yeah, I think everyone loved. Did you ever consider the older Land Cruisers? Yung medyo
actually, the 80s, ganun.
Yeah?
No, I didn't consider. Kasi wala rin akong patient to like
fix up.
modify to fix up mga ganun.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Once you pull this FJ out of the casa, straight pwede ka na mag-trail na. Walang problema,
That's true, yeah. It's parang trail ready. You just need to buy those 8-track buttons, and I think that's pretty much done.
You're good to go now at that point.
Yeah, good to go now, yeah.
You know, I was actually, Joel, this is a nice car to consider if you're like newly married, right?
Pwede.
No? It's like...
Pero pag nagka-baby ka, bebenta mo na.
Pag nagka-baby ka, medyo... Wala na eh. Well, baby seat in the back, diba? Pwede. But once you have two, it's gonna get a little bit tight. But you know what? I'm newly married, and this is actually a nice car to consider.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. So far, no. So, guys, for the guys who just tuned in tonight, we're talking about Stan Kui's FJ. There's actually a name called FJ1. So it's an adventure build. So we're just about to do a rig tour. So let me go with the exterior. So Stan, what was your concept after purchasing the car? What type of concept did you want to build out of the look? Kasi parang yung napapansin ko sa look ng kotse mo, bagay sa stance mo eh.
Well, actually, at first, I plan to do it medyo yung macho feel eh. But I don't know now kasi before, I don't think if I have a picture here about in previous FJ ko, I have a like 35, actually 35-inch tire yan eh. It's just that before, it was like by 12, so ang lapad talaga.
That's your old one, without the decals.
Yeah, without the decals yet, old one. But before that, I had a rim na talagang super wide. And I just like off-roading and stuff. So wala pang actually roof rack, everything like that, wala pa. So I really planned a macho. But as time goes, kasi I bought it 2014. So over like 4 years after, I realized that mas gusto ko yung overlanding, yung comforts ng overlanding. That's why nagpalit ako ng 17s, and then I started building up more comfortable inside rather than the look outside.
Yep.
Parang yun.
Nice. Let's start with the look outside. Okay. What did you do here? Oh, go ahead. What did you do here
so
for your outside?
So the front bumper, that's called a road armor bumper.
Okay.
And then I had a winch there, a 9,500 pound winch. Synthetic rope na yan. Kasi pag hindi, yung steel, diba, super heavy. And then all of my lights are PIAA. Yan yung winch. TJ Max. T-Max ba? TJ Max.
TJ Max.
Sorry.
Ano yun? TJ Max, sino pinapanood ng anak ko, bro?
So yun. And then
TJM, T-Max.
T-Max.
One thing I did that I'm really happy is the headlights. Yung HDI na retrofit.
HID.
Yung ba yan? HID ba? HID, Shout out to my friend si Gary. He does that really, really well.
Cool. So this is an exterior, what do you call it? HID retrofit from the originals, tama ba?
Yes.
Okay. Here, let's show that picture here.
Yo.
Nice, huh?
Then of course, under chassis ARB armor.
So this was early on, no, Stan, when you did this?
Yep, early on.
Stan, question: what was the first thing you changed on your rig when you bought it out of the casa? Because I mean, rims. A lot of us, we always rims, of course. Yes. I think we can all agree there that that really changes the look of your car immediately.
Change the shoes first.
Change the shoes first, and everything else will fall into place.
Yeah. Wala pang lift noon that time. Talagang change shoes lang.
Change shoes lang. Okay.
Cool. There, those are the shoes. So you're running the Black Rhino Realm, I think. Yeah.
Realm, yeah.
Right now. Yeah, that's the Black Rhino Realm.
Nag-research ka.
Hindi. Ano yun? Off the top of my head yun. Si Justin nanonood eh. Justin, tama Name, ano to eh? Name that design. Ano ba to? 20 by 12 nung una. Yaks, nice. On Nito Trail Grapplers. Yeah.
Trail Grappler. It's 295 70 17.
Yun. Right now it's 17 na, the rounds. Right?
Yeah, 17. Okay.
I have a question, Stan.
Sure.
For your rig, I see you have a really nice decal job, right? Kailan mo ginawa yun? When did you change that? And why? What is your inspiration behind that?
Yeah, I really like the classic looks, the tricolor ng Toyota. So I've been checking lahat from Instagram, Pinterest. So nakita ko yung classic 3 stripes ng Toyota. So there. And I wanted that look talaga na medyo
retro.
Relax lang, classic lang, retro. Ganun.
Classic, yeah. Nice. Love it.
This is the color, you know, the yellow, orange, red.
Red.
Tricolor.
Yes. Pogi.
Yeah. Bro, nag-message si Boss Sam. Correct. Buti na lang tama sinabi ko. Kung hindi, bukas katay ako.
Bawal ka lang bumenta.
Bawal
na bukas. Okay, let's take that out of frame. Next topic.
Next.
Okay. So, Stan, you're running a 2-inch plus 2 body lift. Am I correct?
It's a 1.5 or a 1-inch body lift and a 2-inch lift sa shocks, yes. So total of 3 or 3.5, I think.
3.5-inch lift.
Yes.
So that's the stance of this FJ. Pakita nga natin yung stance nun. So guys, for the guys who are wondering out there, no, ano yung setup ni Stan on this FJ? It's a 3.5-inch lift with running, on this picture is running 20-inch by 12, but also 17s can also do right now. Stan, are you on the white rims right now or on the Realm?
No, the Realm na. That one, the white one is a 20-inch running on a 35 diameter tire. So naka 35 sa dyan.
Nice. So Stan, anything else outside? Is there anything outside that you added also? You said you did the bumper, the under chassis, you did the rims. Did you do any bar work on the rear?
Yeah, I have a
parang matinding bar work din yung ginawa mo.
Metal Tech red eye bumper.
Let's see that picture. What it's called, the Metal Tech?
Yes, Metal Tech red eye bumper.
Okay, guys. So as you can see, I can see it can take a 35-inch rim on the bumper. That's huge.
That's huge.
20-inch rim on 35-inch tires mounted on a rear bumper. That must be really heavy with 2 jerry cans.
Protection in yan, protection.
Okay, so when you started, Stan, you only did the bumper work. I can see you're running some awnings. How did that come along?
Yeah, so first one, I did the first awning and then okay naman. Pero when I started, kasi I'm using awning tent eh. So when I started overlanding, then I have a tent set up, but I don't have a living space during the daytime. So I decided to get another one. So I can set up a living space there, which I can just, hang out. And then on the other side, naka-set up na yung awning tent ko. But it didn't stop there. So at the rear side naman, sa rear end, so I put an awning din para whenever I do stuff at the back, may awning din.
So tatlo.
Tatlo na, oo.
Yeah, yan tawag dyan career. Okay. Left awning, right awning, rear awning. Kulang na lang yung harap eh.
Yung harap.
Kasalanan ni Joel lahat yan.
You can never be too sure, or you can never have too many awnings.
Yeah. Stan, I'm just gonna, can you come closer a little bit to the mic? Kasi some of the viewers are saying mahina raw yung audio ni Sir Stan. Yan.
All right. Yeah.
So tuloy natin. Okay. So from there,
what else? What else on the exterior? What else? What are the other things that you changed?
yung rock sliders.
Okay.
Side. So that's an ARB rock sliders. And then what else? Snorkel. Yep.
I can see the snorkel on the pic. Okay. Magse-segue lang ako sandali, no? Ito, tingnan nyo. Yan. Yung FJ na yan, ang may pakana ng lahat eh. Itong FJ na to.
That's just one of the classic picture. So we call it nativity. Nativity picture.
Nativity.
Favorite namin yan.
Yeah, ano yan, maraming essence yung picture na yan eh. Maraming storya. Lahat ng sumakay sa FJ na yan, delikado eh. Yung particular na yan. Yung red. Actually, hindi ko nga alam anong kulay yan eh. Red, gray, black, or basta. The Black Rhino FJ. Medyo ano yan, delikado. So pag inimbita kayo pag nakita na yung red FJ na yan at inimbita kayo sumakay, ano lang.
Beware. Kasi baka the next day, ibang kotse na yung bibilin mo.
Masama nangyayari. Okay. Stan, anything else you want to highlight on the exteriors? Or we'll move on sa interior na?
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. So, just to recap that quickly. So, exteriors, Stan started out as a setup for four-wheeling. So, most of the setup have been more for extreme purposes. That's why he ran an armor, he ran 35-inch tires, steel bar work all around, double jerry cans, even a good spare tire in the back, a full tire. So, that's the concept of the car. Mm-hmm. But as he mentioned also, as he progressed in this kalokohan ng adventure, from four-wheeling, it slowly progressed to overlanding. So now with that overlanding setup, let's head into the interior. What do you want to highlight? Let's talk about your interior, Stan.
Yes, of course. Yung dual battery setup.
Okay. The heart of every overland rig.
Yeah.
What are you running
Just
for your
battery
setup?
Coffee.
Coffee.
This is Stan's dual battery setup.
Linis
Yeah, ganun talaga.
Actually.
Okay, so I see C-Tech, I see Kings. What else do we see here? Want to take us through it, Stan? What was your purpose? Because when we build battery systems, we have an intention and we have something in mind. So we want to run certain things. We want to charge in a certain way. What was your vision for the whole battery setup for this?
Well, basically, I want power to run my coffee maker, and then
so that's a priority for you. Coffee.
Yeah. And then a fridge. There's a fridge. Actually, that black thing there is a fridge called casing ba yan tawag dyan, Joel? No?
Fridge slide, saka drawer system, yeah.
Yeah, the drawer system. And then there's all kinds of plugs there. There's inverter, and then of course there's a lighter, tapos USB. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I also run a solar panel. It's permanent there in the roof. Roof
rack.
Cool.
I have a permanent roof.
Yeah, it's a permanent.
I've been
thing,
wanting to do that.
Connected just a C-Tech, so it can distribute power. Yan.
Nice.
So this is Stan's rear setup. So he has a table holder. I like what you thought about here, Stan. Nakita ko, no? Like usually guys, when you're setting up a drawer system in the back, we usually suggest that you take a look at how you want to use your rig, because usually when you're setting up, the first thing you pull out sometimes is usually your table or your chair. But if you don't incorporate that into your design, then you have to take down all of your gear. I don't know if you had that experience, right? You have to take down everything from the car just to get your chair, and it's always a hassle. So Stan here decided that he wanted to have an access to the table, so it pulls out first. So that's one of the concepts. And then Stan, what is the size of your freezer?
It's a 45-liter King's fridge.
Okay. And what do you usually put in there?
Ice cream, and then and then mga frozen stuff ready to heat na lang. Sometimes I bring burger patties, so I can just fry it. Yeah.
Cool.
Nothing fancy. And then of course drinks. Water,
nothing
juice,
fancy.
sodas,
Espresso lang, ano?
Nothing fancy.
Yung coffee lang ang fancy, actually.
The coffee is fancy. So this is another shot of how it looks like. So, Stan, you wanted to run. Have you tried running the Nespresso yet? Where do you want to put that?
Yeah, probably put it there. Yung sa parang the pull out.
Yung slide sa right side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Place it there.
Nice.
Make coffee. Then of course set up the table para comfortable.
Sweet. You know what I realized with Stan, this is your solar panel. I saw your picture. This is your solar panel.
Yes, that's
so Stan is running a permanent solar panel on the roof, no? So that one plugs straight to the power source underneath, right? Tama ba?
Yes, correct. Connects to the CTEC, and then CTEC distributes the power to the second battery.
Nice. So how many days do you plan to stay off grid with this setup, Stan?
Or actually, Stan, how long have you gone with this setup? Like self-sustaining?
Mostly, puros overnight lang eh. I think 2 nights I tried once lang. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
bro, with your setup after
so
this, dapat tuloy-tuloy na yung setup mo.
Yeah,
yung labas.
I think you could last way longer, Stan, with a setup like this.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's sunny, no?
Yeah, as long as it's sunny. Like us personally, like I think Joel and I, we've done some tests in our last trips. We don't run solar panels on our rigs. Like I personally don't. Joel has you have a detachable one, right, Joel? But I wanted to see how long I could last. And roughly, I think it's like an overnight trip, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have a solar. I'm running a fridge. At night, I use an electric fan. And yeah, by the end of 24 hours, I'm done. So I think your setup is gonna last at least 2 nights, if you have good weather. Kung umuulan, medyo ibang kwento. But yeah, cool. I like it.
Stan, this is the rear shot of your car. So what have you put here?
So I decided to omit my other chair, which when I'm driving, nobody can sit naman on my back. So
delete.
So I asked Joel to put na lang the box there, and then I think Joel, ikaw yung merong dyan eh. I think you have ikaw yung idea to put that there na lang,
Mukhang baka ma-regret ko eh. Hindi, joke lang.
Trick question ba yan?
But in dual battery, I asked them to put it easy access, so I can just get it and then I can charge it when I'm at home. And then it's also useful because yung mga sockets dyan I can also make use of it. If I want to charge anything, I can charge it over there.
Yeah, that's true.
And then for the truck naman there, that's water, so I have 3 jerry cans like that. So I asked them also just to make use of that rather than of buying another container for the water. So they make use of that. So I have 3 like that, so I can just refill, and it's easier. So it's detachable as well.
So you have 3 jerry cans, all filled with water, right? Correct.
Yes, correct.
Okay. You don't have any
20 liter per can. Yeah.
That's a lot, and that's plenty for this vehicle. But when it comes to gas, I know the FJ also is known to be a guzzler. How do you deal with that?
So meron din akong isang tank na for gas also in case.
Okay. Just in case.
Just in case. So like when we went to the first Overland, yung sa Zambales ba yun? Tama ba?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yun, I bought one. I brought one, and then sharing na lang kasi yung isang FJ na kasama natin nawalan din ng gas. So share kami.
So that's exactly how smiles per gallon, bro. Smiles per gallon.
Yeah,
smiles
that's what it's
per gallon. I've never heard that before, Joel. Where'd you get that?
No, I heard it somewhere. Smiles per gallon. So
I know exactly how you feel. We also feel the same with our Lexus and LC100 gas. We're sort of always stopping for as much as we can.
That's true. That's true. What Stanford forgot to mention is that this can right here powers his shower. So this FJ, since it's all comfort, he has a portable shower inside, bro.
Inside the FJ.
No, you don't shower inside, but if you plug it inside. Okay, quick tip for you guys who are watching. Okay, when you want to design an overland vehicle, it's important to note ease of use. Ease of use is like, where do you like your stuff? Do you want your electricals on the left side? You want it on the right side? Like what Stan has done here is.
Okay, I think Joel got cut off.
Oh, sorry. I pressed the wrong button.
There we go.
I'm back. So, with this system, Stan decided that all of the electricals would be on the left side. So if you can see here, you have a 220 power. So that could power anything on the lower left side. And then to the right of that are all the switches for the water pumps. And then to the right of that are all the 12-volt switches. And then to the right of that are the two Anderson plugs, one for the solar and one for the freezer. And then the wiring on the right side on the CTEC, that's the brain to control the whole system together. And on the upper left, that screen is basically the monitor. So it's crucial. Not all setups have to be like that. It's crucial to know what he wants, because Stan here wants to run an espresso machine. So his system even has an inverter that would run 220. So guys, just to give you perspective, overlanding is glamping. So when you're glamping, sky's the limit. You want to run a projector screen, you want to run a laptop, you want a coffee machine, you want pang plancha, and even up to air conditioners if you want to. So it's just about the design and being able to execute that. And I can see Stan has a lot of ideas that he wanted to put in here, so I like it.
And that's why it's very clean, because I think from the beginning pa lang, Stan, you already thought about it from how you wanted it. So you sort of built it up the way it was designed. So now, like, even that, like the battery system, it looks super neat. That's because you knew what you wanted. Ganda.
Cool. Let's go to the driver's side. I see some additional shots. Stan, what is this?
Parang hindi stuck eh. That's actually I don't know what it's called. I forgot na eh. Pero it's from a friend, and then he wants to sell it na because he's gonna upgrade into something else. So sabi ko naman, why not? And then it's super new pa. So I like the feel. Actually, if you try that, it's super comfortable when you drive it. It's like it has all the contour, all the edges, and even the fingertips on top. You can feel. So it adds more smiles to your drive.
Baka may kasama massage, may hand massage ba rin yan?
Wala eh. Sayang.
May massage. I think galing kay Ton ito di ba? Galing kay Atoy Customs.
Kay Ton. Kay Ton.
There you go.
So I think
shout out to Ton. If you're watching Ton, shout out to you.
Yeah. So si Ton yan. Okay yan. There's no scratch or anything like that. So
Ton, pag may kapatid yan, pwede mo padalhan, ha? No, message pa lang ako. Okay? Parang type ko yan, ha? Tapos,
Stan, sobrang sulit.
yung shifter mo, Stan, parang hindi stuck din yung shifter. Ano ba yan?
That one I got from a friend in New Jersey. Yun yung pala kasi, before it was 2014. So, bago lang yung FJ. Then after a month, I went to New Jersey to join a off-road tour. Mm-hmm. So he's a Filipino. He's actually known here as well. Pero he's a Filipino there who lives there, works there na rin. And then he actually gave me that it's an Icon shift. Yung Icon shocks. Pero, siya,
so that's an Icon shift knob.
Yes. So kunyari naka-icon ako, pero hindi.
So yung suspension Bilstein kayo, di ba? You're running Bilstein, tama ba?
Bilstein, yes, Bilstein.
Pero yung cambio icon, para...
It's all
pwede.
But yeah, that's the nice thing about the FJ, diba? You can really customize it to how you want. Daming aftermarket parts.
Dami sobra.
Pero hindi pa siya tapos dyan eh. Meron pa eh. O, tingnan mo.
Meron pa.
Yun.
Parang
ano ba yan?
Studio lights ba yan?
Stan, what's this up here? So, Stan, is this an Outback console? Yeah. Ano nakakabit dyan, bro?
Console, Outback.
Mm-hmm. What do you put up there?
Nakakabit dyan is my radio, and then I like the LED lights, so it replaces the old yellow light. And when you install that, it's all original, so you don't have to drill. So everything is provided by the original holes. So you just put there. So
nice. So yan yung comms with the overhead console cabins, no? Nice. Stan, parang daming sticker ah. Ano ba mga sticker niyan? Dumadagdag ba ng horsepower yan?
Yung that's where it gets cruiser gear website.
Oh, okay.
Cruiser gear. Okay.
It's a Passport FJ Cruiser sticker.
Ganda. Stan, what are other guys you follow on Instagram or on YouTube for inspiration for FJ?
Cruiser gear, Overland.
Overland. Sino pa?
Mga Patriot campers para mag-drool lang ako. Yeah. And then si Andrew White Pierce ba yun?
Andrew St. Pierre White.
Yeah. Once in a while, I'll check.
Nice.
Who's that? Well, a lot of them.
Si Ronnie Dahl.
Si Ronnie.
Four-wheeled action.
Yeah, four-wheel drive action. Okay.
Yeah, so for the guys who are watching us, just a quick shuffle you around. No? We're also talking about inspirations for overlanding. So four-wheeled action, Expedition Overland. These are good places to get your going for overlanding. Sige. Okay.
Get your blood going with those channels and videos.
All right, guys. We have a quick trivia for you guys. What's our prize for tonight? We're still giving away what?
What are we giving away?
Let's start with the first trivia question. I'm still giving away our masks.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Is everyone ready? Because this is a simple question, but if you were listening, you can get this really quickly. Okay, the question is... Okay, you want to give the prize, Muna? What's the prize?
This is the prize. The no pressure mask.
No pressure mask. Great. So that's what we're giving away tonight. And for tonight's question, trivia question, what is the name of Stan's rims?
Oh.
I'll give you a hint. It's Black Rhino, but what is the name? Just to make it a little easier, it starts with the letter R.
Yeah. So the question for tonight is, what is the name of the rims of Stan Kui's FJ1? All right. So just message us in the comments, and whoever types it down first gets the prize. Okay.
Stan, I have a question for you. So you have this FJ Cruiser. It seems like it's built to how you wanted it, to your specs and how you imagined it. Do you have any other plans in the future? Do you want to still build on it? Is there something missing? Or is there another rig that you want to start building?
Alam ni Joel, eh, no? Well,
tahimik lang ako.
For now, probably siguro kasi I have these rims na it's called Flex rims. It's a classic look of the FJ, yung white and chrome in the middle.
Flex rims.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's a classic FJ40 look kind of rim. So if ever yun lang, kasi it's just there and I haven't really installed it yet. So I don't know. So it's a group buy lang naman kasi. Actually, kay Ton din galing yun. So it's a group buy. So I had it there. So in case now I wanted a new look, probably I'll put those rings.
Yeah. Aside from that, everything's good na, comfort. You're not missing when, like, let's say you go on an overland trip, wala kang bitin, you're not missing anything.
If nakalipat ako ng bahay, I'll put roof tent.
Roof tent. Okay.
Alam mo, yung roof tent na kwento kasi, parang forever problem namin yan. Because, guys, when you put a roof tent, one of the main problems is you gotta if you're parked underground, talagang the roof tent will, if you have an underground parking, most probably sasabit talaga yung roof tent na yan. So it's a big consideration if you want to upgrade for a roof tent. But the awnings, usually you don't need. So yes, just some considerations you can think about.
So that's the only thing from your rooftop purchase.
Let's move on. No? What are okay, now we've talked about all the things that are set up in Stan's rig. Let's talk about the good and the bad, yeah? What are siguro 2 or 3 things that you really like and that you really don't like, for just to let the guys who are watching us know if they're evaluating to get an FJ Cruiser, what are 2 or 3 major things na kailangan consider?
Probably what I really like is the power and the readiness of off-roading. Yeah, if you really want to just go ahead and do off-road, buy an FJ Cruiser. It's really a ready vehicle for off-roading. Okay. Second one is the space. Since I'm big, I'm 6'1" and 200 plus pounds. So definitely if you're big, a big guy like me, that's perfect vehicle for you. The size. And the other one is, sabi nga nila, when you purchase FJ Cruiser, when you look at an FJ Cruiser, it's either you like it or you don't like it. You come to hate it, diba? So parang it's like that. Ako, I really like it. I see beauty in that vehicle. So kaya for me, I'm on that side. I really love it. Pero I met people na they're saying na no, they don't like it. So yun lang. So either you like it or you don't like it. So those are the 3 things na captivate. And I think when you want to buy one, yun yung mga plus
considerations.
Yeah.
Jake, how about you, bro?
Well, for me, when it comes to the FJ Cruiser, I don't own one personally. I've ridden in a couple, and what I can say, it's what I like about it. It's just super capable. It's a no-brainer off-roader. It'll get through any challenge you put through it. And like I said, I like the looks. But you know what? The looks can be subjective depends on who you are, right? So like for me, I like it, but there's some people, I guess, who would say it's a little too boxy. It's a little too, some say also, I've heard it's a little too modern. They drew away a little bit from the original. But personally, I like how it looks. I like how it performs. And the FJ Cruiser is, I think, a great overland vehicle to choose if you're starting out, if you have a small family, if you just got married. It's a great choice. Yeah.
Awesome. So,
how about you?
Quickly, I would go with mine. So, thank you for the guys who are commenting. Thank you. We have a backside guys who are checking the comments, and we will message you with you. I've seen some answers here. The answers, next question. I don't know, Black Rhino Realm. That's correct. So,
yes.
Yeah. So, sir, I think I'm not going to mention the name. Last week nagkamali ako, but we will message the winners on our page. Make sure, guys, by the way, if you haven't subscribed or liked, please make sure you do on Overland Kings Facebook and YouTube. We will really appreciate that. Me, okay, we're talking about, ano pinag-usapan natin? Pros and cons of an FJ Cruiser. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this might sound funny to you, but this is my pro. I like this. Yeah. So this is one of the most unique features I like with an FJ Cruiser. That door always gets me. Like, a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's kind of cool that it's actually a 2-door, but it's not. I personally like that swing outdoors. Like, okay, think about this. What are the only other cars that swing their doors that way? Let me tell you. It's called a Rolls Royce, bro. The only other production car that I could think of. All right, guys, tell me, did I miss anything? What other production car in the Philippines opens their door that way?
Hi Ace.
Diba? High Ace is swing door and slide. Suicide doors, that's what it's called. It's called suicide doors.
Suicide
No.
Suicide
doors go up.
No, that's Gullwing.
No, Gullwing goes like...
Gullwing's like, Gullwing's out. Suicide
hit that effect button for me. Gullwing goes like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Suicide goes like... Diba? Suicide ganun. O basta, yung reverse, right? Aside from the Rolls Royce, I think it's just the Mercedes-Benz Pullman. You know, that's very unique. What do you call it? Company to be with. That's like the last dance of who's the real GOAT, bro. It's like Michael Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe, right? So you put FJ with Rolls Royce, right? So what's not to like? So yeah, suicide doors. Number 2 thing that I like, which probably is quite useless too, is this. Check this out. Okay, do you see this?
Yes.
How many cars have 3 wipers, bro?
That's true.
Yeah.
But this puts the FJ on the most unique car alive in the Philippines. There is no car in the Philippines that's available for sale. Kahit Ferrari pa yan. That has 3 wipers.
Yung mga truck may 3 wipers.
Tama.
Hino.
Di ko naisip yun.
And here in the comments, F-150 daw is also the same door.
There. Let me check. Ano sabi? F-150.
F-150.
Tama. Sir Junius, thank you. Tama. Pero I will say that it's no longer for sale. Yes! But that's correct. An F-150 standard cab has a suicide door. Correct.
Yes, correct.
So, 3 wipers. Bro, yung 3 wipers ko, maganda na eh. Tapos sinabi mo, Hino.
Uy, Hino is a tough truck. Yeah.
Hino truck eh. Diba? Nawala yung style eh. I lost the mojo. Yeah, and me, aside from that, I think I just generally like the stance and look of the car. For me, I'm part of the I like it look. And you know, you can say a lot of things bad. Okay, let's talk about some cons. For me, the main cons is if you're driving the FJ in the city, it's a horrible car because the FJ has a lot of blind spots. So if you're driving there's a front pillar blind spot, there's a rear quarter blind spot. So that's the thing I hate about it. So when you're driving in a city street with small cars beside you, you always have to be guessing. I don't know, Stan, tama ba? You're kind of half guessing where the line is or where the other car is. But on the trail, it's perfect. Number 2 that I don't like, the FJ is a gas guzzler, whether you like it or not. So it's not gonna win any gas. What do you call it? Gas mileage test. Win for longest kilometer driving. Right? You're not. So for me, those are the 2 things. Space, cabin space. Cabin space is horrible.
Sir Mendoza said cabin space.
Cabin space is great for 2. Yes, you can squeeze 5 people inside, but once you have 5 people, you will soon find out that there's not much gear you can put in the back of an FJ. So for me, perfect for 2. If you're a family of 5, you can fit them in, but just note that you won't be able to have any capacity on the back. Final thing I don't like about it is that suicide door is a pro and a con. Okay, a con of that door is you cannot open that door without opening the front door.
Yeah.
So if you're with someone in the back, imagine this: you're getting out, you drive your car to whatever hotel, you drive on the curbside, right? and you're about to let your passenger out, you have to open your door. You have to open your door before you open the rear passenger door. Not the coolest thing, unless that's your thing, right? But so I'm not gonna. The good thing about it, okay. Another good thing about it, off the shelf. Stan mentioned it. If you just bought an FJ and you want to go trailing overlanding, you don't have to upgrade anything at first. Head right to it. It is pretty capable. More than 800 millimeters of water depth rating, 30 degree, 34 degree approach and departure angle, 98 degrees in between. And then, yeah, so without a lift, it's standard. It comes with all-terrain tires stock out of the showroom, so you don't get a lot with vehicles. So off the bat, you're good to go. And one thing to watch out for is the FJ Cruiser. You got to be careful with the modifications. If you go overboard, it becomes quite tacky, if you ask me. You got, like with anything, some simplicity and some taste and restraint goes a long, long way to make a car look good. But again, it's hard to beat that because beauty is always in the eyes of the beholder. Yeah, it's quotable quote of the
quotable quote of the evening. Sir Luigi says, if a car parks near you, you won't be able to go out. Passenger door is massive. Yeah, it's a pro. Passenger door.
Yep. That door is massive. Yep. So that's my list. Stan, what's your best memory or best adventure with an FJ?
Every water crossing.
Oh.
Yeah, water crossing. Yeah.
I have a picture of that. Water crossing. What's the craziest water crossing you've done?
The last one in the Zambales Overland.
That was pretty crazy. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
It is very soft, long, you know. You naturally,
Wait,
if you just stop there, wala na, you will never get out there.
Yeah, so this was Zambales, no? Wala akong action shot ni Stan na crossing eh. May action shot ba to, Stan?
In video, I think there's a video there.
Okay. Well,
you know,
ito yung video.
That water crossing, even for me, that was one of the most memorable water crossings.
That's the coffee thing.
The coffee station.
Yan yung coffee station. Ito ang mga victim ng FJ Cruiser ni Stan, ay ni Saya Sam. Yan yung mga victim eh, kaya nagkaganyan eh.
One, victim 2.
Yeah, victim 1, victim 2.
Atoy.
Atoy, shout out Atoy, and shout out to Anya Sam. Yeah, what? Yeah, so Stan, so water crossing, right?
Yeah.
What's the furthest place? What's the furthest place you've driven the FJ, like adventure wise?
In one tank. No, just kidding.
Manila or Tigas?
I think I went to Pangasinan.
Was it a beach or?
Yeah, it was a beach in Pangasinan. No, sorry. Yeah, Pangasinan.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Parang 9 hours. Grabe.
Whoa, 9 hours and how many gas stops?
Kaya naman, but coming back for sure.
Kaya naman, okay.
Kaya naman.
Sorry, Stan, I'm on the same page as you. Mine is like 3.8. 3.8 liter. It's 3. Basta sobrang masama.
Mga gas engine na beater sa gasolina.
Ay, nako.
The second longest was, I think, the Koto Mines. Remember that, Joel? Sobrang layo.
Oh, yeah, Koto Mines.
Yeah, super far. It's super nice there.
Oh, we got a comment from Boss Sam. Pro of the FJ is that there are no carpets, easy to clean. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very comfortable suspension, short wheelbase, so you don't get high-centered in trails. Unless the driver is, never mind. Joke lang, peace. All the power you need from the 4-liter V6. The look is iconic. Doesn't look like your daddy's SUV. Wait, who's your daddy's SUV?
What is a daddy's SUV?
What is a daddy's SUV? What's a daddy's
Baka that's
SUV?
a good topic for next week. Daddy SUV. Let's
Who's your daddy's
Who's your daddy's SUV?
Mali eh. What's your daddy's SUV dapat, di ba?
Nga pala. Hindi, who's your daddy's?
Who's your dad? Parang mali yung...
Parang mali.
Yeah. But yeah, guys. So FJ Cruisers, chime in. What do you guys like about it? And if you don't like it, let us know also. Let me just do a quick poll for everybody. Let us know what's the next car that you want us to do on a rig tour. You want us to do a Defender? Do you want us to do a Land Rover? So we're not so Toyota biased. You G class. All right. I've never owned one and I've never trailed one myself. So if you have a G class and you want it, pwede rin. Let's put you on the show. Pwede rin, G class.
You know what I want to tour, Joel?
Yeah.
Before when I was starting at looking at all these rigs, I was looking into a Suzuki Samurai.
Samurai? Okay.
Samurai, the older
I think we have
one.
a few friends who have a Samurai.
Actually, I kind of like the look of that as well. And then,
maybe a Jimny, huh?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
A Jimny is quite iconic too. Or maybe a Land Rover Defender. To the Land Rover guys who are watching, we're open to have you guys on the show. Come on, let's Land Rover represent para hindi puro Toyota. No, Will said, I got one. Okay, Will, we'll put you back on the show.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Jake, ano bang kwento natin sa what do you think should be another upgrade for Stan for his FJ?
It's hard to say because I think Stan, you've got it down to exactly how you want it. But I think I would agree with you with a roof tent. A roof tent would be pretty sweet. It's a luxury, but I see what you've done also with your 3 awnings. You have your living room, you have your kitchen, you have your coffee shop, and you have your house. So you're pretty set, na rin eh. So I wouldn't, there's not much I could say to change. You're pretty. Aircon. That's a good one, Joel. Aircon.
We'll think about how we execute that.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, Stan. So that wraps up everything that we want to talk about in terms of an FJ rig tour. So any final words for our viewers out there, Stan? Seryoso.
Sorry. What's that? Sorry.
Seryoso.
No, what are your you have any encouragement for the guys who are looking to a FJ Cruiser? Yeah, yun na
Words
lang.
of encouragement.
Well,
Or discouragement, pwede rin naman.
Go overlanding. I mean, off-road is
Yun.
okay. Yeah, off-road is okay, di ba? Pero when you stop, when you set up, when you hang there, then camp, yun yung the best. Yun yung the best part talaga.
It's the best.
It's not actually the driving. It's more on the, staying there, hanging out, setting up, drinking coffee with your best buds. So, the best, yeah. Nakamiss na actually. Super miss na.
Kakamiss.
Takas na tayo.
Allah.
Yeah. After this, we'll be able to do that.
Oh.
Yeah. Jake, final words?
Final words. Joel.
Stan, go ahead, Stan. Di pa tapos si Stan.
No, I'm done. I'm cool.
Okay. Go, Jake.
Well, final words for me. I think we covered a lot with the FJ, and in terms of Stan's rig, as you can see, it's purpose built, right? So it's really, he had something in mind and he put it together and executed it well. So that'll help it look clean and not so cluttered and not like it was an afterthought in terms of the things that were put together. And also the FJ is a great car for those who have an eye for it, and not everyone likes the looks, but there are a few who like it, like myself, and I'm sure there are so many guys who love the FJ. But yeah, I think it's a great car. Definitely, there are pros and cons. It's good to think about your purchase, and as we always say in the show, what's your design, and what did you intend for your rig to be used for? Like, how did you want to live your overland lifestyle? And then from that, build on it. And again, I think Joel mentioned, you can build your rig as much as you want. Sometimes it can turn out tacky or not so nice, but at the end of the day, it's your rig. And if you like it to look at that way, if you want it to look a certain way, we're not going to judge you. Just have fun with it. I think that's the whole purpose of having this hobby as well. Just play around and be able to just enjoy building, enjoy tinkering, and making kalikot. That's what we always do. Yep.
Awesome. Thanks, Jake. For me, final words. Whatever rig you're into, whatever car you're into, whatever setup you're into, um, this is an illustration. And if you get to pick up one or two ideas here and implement it in your whatever car you're in, get inspiration, then we would have done our job tonight. At the end of the day, this is one of the rig tours out there. I'm sure there are 10 other setups or 20 other setups that might work that are also nice. And what's more important for us is keep that adventure lifestyle going. Go out and explore. In the meantime, with this lockdown, well, we're stuck in here, but it's not going to be forever. We try to do this show so that we could inspire you and keep that adventure inside boiling and burning, because after the lockdown, land travel or overlanding is going to be a lifestyle that's going to be still available for us to do. And we sure want to see you out there. So once again, this is Joel Pedro together with my co-host Jake and Stan. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for showing us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we once again, the Overland Show is on every Tuesday, 9:00, and we'll see you out there. So go discover and explore. In the meantime, stay indoors. God bless. See you next week.
See you next week. Have a great show. Have a great weekend, guys. See you next week. And we'll be back at the usual time. Take care.